and see if there's a few more people downstairs. Yeah. Give them a couple more minutes.
Yeah, I think we're set.
Oh, we are? Oh, great.
Yeah. We can still wait a couple minutes, though. Unless mine stands.
So you want my phone, is that right?
At the time, if you want to have two of them, or you can
I don't know where it is. Is it? Oh, it was on the Google. Just be near me. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to our almost impromptu gathering. But I hope you did everyone get a program? Great, wonderful. I'm Linda Patterson. I'm part of the original Vespers team, and Pastor Tricia was actually remarking that some of you may have actually attended some of those Vespers. Oh, good. Lots of you. So it's a little bit of a reunion then. So a beginning and an ending and a hello and a goodbye. Just a brief note about this evening. We have put together a really beautiful program, and I want to thank James and the choir for inviting us to collaborate with them on their Wednesday evening final rehearsal, right? And they're absolutely delicious potluck, so thank you very much. Yes. And we have some contributions from our Vespers group, and we have some contributions from the congregation and the choir, so it's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful gathering. Are there any questions before we start? No? Okay. So we're going to begin with the choir opening us up. And after that, Herb Schrader is going to lead us in a kind of a responsive sing-along.
Everybody, nice deep breath in. Even those that aren't in the choir, deep breath in and out. And two more of those, nice and slow. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe out the tired, breathe out the stress. Breathe in peace. Breathe out kindness.
Orb and Linda prepare to sing Deep Peace to us, can you join me in our chalice lighting words? We kindle this flame to remind ourselves of the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of commitment.
Thank the choir for that beautiful, beautiful song, and being in peace. And so we would like now to lead you in a sing-along prayer of peace.
Can we turn that up quite a bit, Woody? Thanks.
We'll try and also get it closer for you.
I want to thank Woody for coming in.
Oh, you don't want it for the, you don't want a mic on you for singing?
The mic will be for, need to be, but okay.
I'm ready to do it.
So anyway, yes, so we want to lead you in a prayer of peace. This is a Gaelic prayer. You may have heard it, or you may recognize the words. They appear in many different forms. But to start out with, Linda and I will sing once through, so you can kind of hear the melody and get it in your ear. And then after that, we will repeat it a few times, and we would like all of you to join in and sing with us. The words are in your on the program that you should have.
And any of you who hear a harmony, please feel free to add your harmony. Deep peace of the running wave to you, deep peace of the silent stars, deep peace of the flowing air to you, deep peace of the quiet earth. May peace, may peace, may peace fill your soul. May peace, may peace, may peace make you whole. Deep peace of the running wave to you, deep peace of the silent stars, deep peace of the flowing air to you, deep peace of the quiet earth. May peace, may peace, may peace fill your soul. May peace, may peace, may peace make you whole. Deep peace of the running wave to you, deep peace of the silent stars, deep peace of the flowing air to you, deep peace of the quiet earth. May peace, Yeah, Judy, is it okay for you to come up now? Okay.
This is Invitation to a Dance. Standing in a doorway, weighing choices. To turn and stay where every day has more knowns than unknowns, and you're sure of the music and your dance partners and the steps. Or to stop and step into what? Dances you've never heard of, much less done, alone, or partnered with whom, or what, and when. And the beat, foreign to your feet, makes you want to sit this one out. Grab a drink, find a chair and watch and think, I could learn to do this. Or, that's not my style, but give me a while and I'll show you all. No, I'll show me a new way to be. You close the door and dance.
I know, that's what we're working on today, is going, I'm practicing. Who knows what a vernal pond is, also known as a vernal pool, right? So, Judy, what is a vernal pool or pond?
Is a springtime pond formed from snowmelt, and it's only there for a short time. And it's great for amphibians because there are no predators like fish that eat their eggs.
Ah. So the part that resonates for me about vernal ponds is that they're things that they only come for a short period of time, and then you savor them, and then they recede, and then they come back again. And so this is called vernal ponds maybe, and I was thinking about friends, people that I've come to love and care about who I haven't seen for a long time. And so this is a few weeks ago, in April, I wrote this. Feeling lost again, thought I'd call my old friend. Has it really been more than a year? You say it's fine to call any time. You lend me your shoulder or ear. And I'm thinking on the last time we got together, walked the trails of Niket Bay, and savored like wine that sweet April weather, and all the things we had to say. All the burdens we bear, hard to come up from air, cuts into our time like a knife. As oases appear just one time a year, our friendship will spring back to life. We climb to that ledge, We climb to that ledge, stand on the edge. Lake sparkles like diamonds below. Then as if in a rush, you stomp off in the brush. Say, come on, man, I've something to show you. Behind you I follow to a well-hidden hollow where the prize is revealed just beyond. You say they appear in the spring every year, this riot of green vernal pond. All the burdens we bear, hard to come up for air, cuts into our time like a knife. As oases appear just one time a year, our friendship still springs back to life. We stood on that log, croaking like damn frogs, laughed so hard we started to weep. Then rain clouds find us as if to remind us this life is hard, short, and sweet. As I pick up my phone to call you at home, I think of friends here and beyond, and how life unfolds. It's not mine to hold, like water in green vernal ponds. All the burdens we bear, hard to come up for air, cuts into our time like a knife. As oases appear just one time a year, our friendship can spring back to life.
We were thinking of passing the mic, literally, for those of you who would like to share a few thoughts, sentiments, messages for those of our gathering here who are actually leaving, and any other reflections that might be coming up for you during this service. So the other option is we could have people come up here, but maybe passing the mic's a little more efficient.
Thank you, by the way. I want to thank everybody who's ever done anything wonderful and grand and exceptional for our society. Anybody who's passed over the past 200 and some odd years has made this place a blessing and a sanctuary and hope. You know, sometimes all we see is the chaos and the craziness of this world. And sometimes we need to understand there's joy also. So it's good to be alive, I would say. And Dave and all those who are going away, you will always be welcomed and you will always be remembered. You know, the history is gathered in its walls. No matter how much we paint or do what we want, our voices are still heard. So Tricia and Peter and Dave and all of us have to say thank you and blessed.
There she is. Tricia, you became this thing called a developmental minister. And little did you know you would have to take us through COVID. And you did it spectacularly. I mean, it's just, thank you so much. It was this thing that disrupted the world, but I had this nugget of our congregation, even though it was on the computer, that you guided us through. And I don't know if just anybody could have done that. And I just think we were so lucky that we had you to take us through that. And I just can't thank you enough. And David, I still remember when you came like 5 years ago and did your service on joy in the summer. And you also have this really unique, like you weren't sure you wanted to be a minister, and I just saw a minister in you. And again, it was like COVID brought out this minister in you to do the Vespers and then the youth. And I don't know, I'm making it sound like all these great things came out of COVID. But anyway, thank you very, very much for your talents too. And I just think these two unique individuals did really unique things with us at a time when we just needed extra special TLC. Thank you both.
I've been thinking about times of transition also. I have 3 young adults, and that is the time of life when I found UU, so I find myself sharing that story with them. And COVID was kind of a death knell for some of the young people's involvement at UU, and so my kids really drifted away after being here, you know, a huge part of their lives since they were born. And I wanted to thank David for drawing Isaac back in, because it's been just such a gift for him.
I want to tag team on Valerie on that one. I'm Margaret Overman, partner of Lance Smith and mother of Keats and Christian. And I was at the new member recognition ceremony, and someone said, "How long have you been coming?" I said, "Maybe since 2009, and just signed the membership book. And I'm asked why, and I said, because of David. Because Keats fell in love with youth, and he was struggling to find connections through COVID. And David's leadership and way of being was amazing and brought Keats into the society and then my family back in, and it's brought so much joy to our lives and to be connected and to be here with you. So thank you.
So it has just been such a blessing and just such a fortune to get to know all of you here and get to know this wonderful place that I get to be a part of. I remember back when last summer, I was still living in Austin, Texas, and was getting ready to move to Vermont. And I Googled all-inclusive churches in the Burlington area, and then this was the first one to come up. And then when I read about the values of UU, the principles and sources, I'm like, this is a perfect match for my own values, and I couldn't wait to join, so I signed up for the first UU class, and then that's when I got to meet Tricia, and you were wonderful. It was just so amazing to know that this kind of place existed. That also happened to be on the Vermont Pride Day shortly after, and then one of the best memories ever was when like you started singing, David, and you led the songs, and then we marched in the parade together. I just loved marching beside you and singing with you. It was the first, like, I'd say it was like the first like big, huge, big audience performance that I had done since before COVID, and it was just so wonderful. So yeah, I thank you, David, for leading that, and that was just such an uplifting thing, and you, Tricia, for for what you contributed to in that UU class. And then, of course, I've learned some really wonderful things from you in your sermons since then. It has been wonderful, and then, of course, making me feel comfortable for everyone here, just making me feel like I'm in a very comfortable place where I'm welcomed, considering I haven't always found a place where I have felt welcome. I've been rejected a lot being on the autism spectrum, and now I'm in a place where everyone's welcome no matter who they are, and it's been great. And something really cool is I got to sign the membership book on my 25th birthday, and when I think back to it, I realize I've been a UU all my life, just never knew about the concept or what a UU really meant until I found this place. So thank you, Tricia, thank you, David, and thank you, everyone. It's great to be here.
So I think we're going to have another chance later. Thanks for everything that's been said. I'm not going to talk now. My job right now is to lead us in some more singing. And Reverend Tricia was asked by this team if she might suggest something that she would enjoy singing. And it's interesting because it's a song that we sang at the Pride Parade. And I think it's a song you all know well. But I was thinking we might, just because, I can't resist tweaking things a little bit, playing with things a little bit, I was thinking we might swing it a little bit more. So it's because it's a great marching song, but now we're kind of in a little bit more of a chill environment, so maybe we might swing it a little bit more. So I'm talking about Now Let Us Sing. So, if you don't actually, never mind that. Never mind what she said. I'll make sure you're all right. I think we can do that. Because I'll guide you through it. So it's now let us sing, 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 sing. Now let us sing, 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 sing. Lift up your voice. Be not afraid. Sing to the power of the. Now someone's gonna have to call out the. We've got love. What else have we got? Joy, hope, faith. Hope, faith, and love are those are good. That seems to have been good for a while. And what was another one? Life, peace. All right, pride. Yeah. All right. Cool. So I was thinking we might do it kind of instead of now let us sing, like now let us sing, 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 sing. Now let us sing, 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 sing. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Sing to the power of the joy within. So let's just keep practicing that one first, and then we'll get the second one going. So here we go. 2, 3. Now let us sing, 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 sing. Now let us sing, 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 sing. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Sing to the power of the love within. Now let us sing, 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 sing. Now let us sing, 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 sing. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Sing to the power of the love within. All right, so we heard it coming in already, but just in case some folks want to know this other part too, it goes like this. Now let us sing. Sing to the power of the love within. Sing to the power of the love within. Lift up your voice. Be not afraid. Sing to the power of the love within. All right, we got it. We're ready to go. So pick the part you want to sing. And my only invitation for us is let's, and some of you might want to stand like Brian, which is beautiful. And others may want to just kind of lean back and sit and enjoy it that way. So whichever way you're feeling is right. And let's start it kind of quiet, and then let's let the energy build until we're really feeling this the way we were in Pride, right? 3, 5, 6, 7. Now let us sing, sing of the love within. Now let us sing, 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 sing. Lift up your voice. Be not afraid. Sing to the power of the love within. Now let us sing joy. The power of the joy within. Now let us sing. Sing to the power of the joy within. Lift up your voice. Lift up your voice. Be not afraid. Sing to the power of the joy. Hope. Now let us sing. Sing. Sing, sing, hope, sing to the power of the hope within. Lift up your voice. Be not afraid. Sing to the power of the hope, faith. Now let us sing, 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 sing. Now let us sing to the power of the faith within. Lift up your voice. Joy back. Now let us sing. Sing, sing, sing joy. Sing, 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 sing. Lift up your voice. Be not afraid. Sing to the power of the heart. Bring it home with love. Now let us sing, 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 sing. Now let us sing, sing.
That's right. I touch it's better. I touch the tag.
For something a little more quiet now, this is a song that I wrote a long time ago, and I play perennially. It's my lilac time song, and yes, the pun was intentional. So this comes around every year, the fact that the lilacs bloom. And yes, there's some of them have gone by, but I noticed a bush in our yard, or neighbor's yard, where the lilacs are still blooming. And I've gotten so I look to that time of year all through the winter as a beacon of hope. So I'd like to share Lilac Time with you, and there's a refrain that I'd like to see if you'd sing along. Because I think that what Lilac Time has become to mean for me is that whether it's winter or the other hard parts of life, there's always something out there in the future of my life that is worth staying for, it's worth waiting for. Here's how the little refrain goes. It will come after the second verse and the third verse, and I'd love it if you could sing it with me. It goes like this. Look ahead. Let it in, let it out, let it be, it's okay. Sing that with me, would you? Look ahead, look behind, look inside every day. Let it in and let it out. Let it be, it's okay. Bushes all around, green and violet explosions all along the streets as I pass through town. Puddles drying up after weeks of pouring down. Now this is our reward for waiting through the gray. Makes me think of home and the bushes by the back door. Bouquets we would pick round Mother's birthday time, and the sweet perfume would wander through the kitchen and make us all feel rich when it's lilac time. Crows up in the trees are laughing at the morning. They're glad to be alive when the world's in bloom. Flying overhead, they have unfair advantage for their perspective on the way we live our days. I wonder if these birds are the ones I saw last autumn around my parents' place 1,000 miles away. And do they follow me all around the country to see I made it safe back to lilac time? Sing with me. Look ahead, look behind, look inside every day, and let it in, let it out, let it be, it's okay. Trees are leafing now, and the tulips lose their petals. The springtime bows her head to the heat of summertime. We're swimming in the lakes, and we're hiking in the mountains. We watch the summer greens fall to rainbow autumn time. When the sun goes south and it leaves me in the winter, huddled round my fire and trying to keep warm, and give me strength to dream and the clarity to remember that just around the bend it will be lilac time.
at dinner tonight, David and I were talking about how we met each other outside of the UU. It was at a dance marathon, and just as luck would have it, we ended up being salsa dance partners. And it was a really fun evening, and it was a really cool chance meeting that I will never forget, and I'm sure David won't either.
I'll actually piggyback on this. I was not salsa partners with David, but I've had the great fortune to be partners in the Vespers activities over the past few years, and also with the youth. And just thank you for inviting me so graciously into all of that. It's been such a blessing to get to know many of you as part of that, and also Reverend Tricia for being so generous and warm and welcome and inviting me into this community. I think the first time I came here was in the fall of 2019, and you were giving a sermon that day, and I just felt such peace, and it was, I don't even remember exactly what you were speaking about, but it was very, it was just very encouraging and inspiring, and it felt like a place that I wanted to call home. So I just thank you both for being who you are and giving of yourselves to this community.
So I always thought David was the coolest guy ever, but when we were doing the ministerial search, we asked him to get the youth group to do a video tour of this building. And what we got back was a zillion short vignettes of different parts. Like there's one of the kids doing a rap dance in the kitchen. And there's one in the sanctuary of the kids standing upstairs singing Come, Come, Whoever You Are. And I think it was probably David standing down here with his microphone going around. And they sang really good. So what was clear from this, and we really need to release all those videos so everybody can see them because they are so great. But what's obvious is that David had those kids wrapped around his little fingers. And that is not easy. I'm in awe.
I'd like to say something. Whew. It's been wonderful hearing everyone's thoughts and memories and tributes, and what comes up for me is, one, I could take way too much time talking about how much I appreciate David and Trish. But Tricia, the phrase that keeps coming to me is, I don't know if I speak for all of this UU, but I needed you during the time that you were here. I needed the kind of person you are, the kind of woman you are, the kind of leader you are, the kind of wise, grounded, funny, spontaneous, intelligent, deep person that you are. And I needed it partly because I was just becoming more involved in this space, and I needed someone that I could really connect with, even though, I didn't get to know you personally, but certainly through your sharings. But I also needed you during COVID, and it didn't matter whether I saw you on Zoom or here. I would never miss the Zoom because there was an immediacy of your presence that came through in Zoom as well as in here. And, I don't know all the backroom stuff, but I do know, I have a sense that you led this society forward in a way that needed to be led to get to where we are now. And we couldn't have done it without you, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. And David, thank you for founding Vespers, because it sort of, not sort of, it brought me more into UU completely. It introduced me to all of you wonderful people. I remember at one of the Vespers, David made us stand up and stare at someone in the face, in the eyes for 5 minutes or something.
That sounds like excessive.
All right. Maybe it was 4. But you had to stand and look at someone in the eye and not waver. And it was Marcus. And we are like best buddies, and I swear to God, it's partly because of that exercise. Because we did it, we survived. We kept looking at each other. And just the experience. And in the same way that I'm using the concept of need, I needed Vespers to get me through COVID. And it grounded me, it gave me some structure, and it gave me a place to do music, but also to have the inspiration of all of the people who joined us and the community that we had. And so I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that, and for all of what you've done for this society. Thank you.
So I walked in and looked at the program and found that I was not on it. And I was relieved and grateful, because there was a question mark about whether I would say anything. But what a gift this evening is, and it is totally not my creation, and that's what I want to talk about. The way this event happened actually reminds me of a lot of things that have happened over the last 4 years, including Vespers. I need you all to know what I said to David. Here's the extent of the direction I gave to the Reverend David Ruffin. I said, David, would you make some Vespers happen? and though we talked about it, it was something I could not have imagined. Tonight, I didn't know how to organize this, because should it be small, should it be large, should it be with a choir, should it be with potluck, whatever. And I have learned over these years that sometimes the best thing I can do is just to back up and let other people figure it out. And you all did. And that's a gift that I treasure, that I really feel these last years. I may have seemed like I was leading, but there's this wonderful quote from Gandhi. I can't remember quite the order of it. It's wonderful. It's, there go my people. I need to catch up with them because I am their leader. and that's the way I feel about this congregation in this time. So, thank you.
I'm thinking about when things don't go the way you planned. And so you start out in a ministry and you get thrown COVID and you can't be in front of your people and you figure out how to do it. Or you're up singing Maria and your voice cracks and you've given yourself and all of us the permission to try it again. And that's one of your biggest gifts to us, both of you. So thank you very much.
Well, we have a special treat from James.
Before I share it, Linda, what you said, that I didn't know I needed you. I came to the UU 3 months before you did. And you came in with a heart of love and compassion. And forgive me, but you were a pastor. And I needed one. I was a very lost sheep. And I really thank you from the bottom of my heart. And David, I'm a very goal-oriented person. And on a Sunday morning when there are 15 people and 1,000 things that have to happen, and I'm thinking of multiple services where we have these multi-generational, the sun and everything else, and we're doing all these amazing things that we're trying to make happen in 15 minutes. And I'm just like, okay, we have to get moving with this, and this has to move, and this has to happen, and this has to happen, and all of these dominoes have to fall into place. David goes, okay, great, now everybody please sit. How are we feeling? And then just a few weeks ago, Reverend Karen was here, and I could feel from her, I could feel from her this like energy, this pulsing energy of like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And David's like, come with me. Can we take a moment? And we met over here in the parlors, just held hands, breathed, and forgive me, we prayed. That's just Joseph Camp. No, this is just my programming, okay? We prayed. Peace. That's your gift, David. Your gift is to meet people like that and to spend that time, those 4 or 5 minutes, staring directly at them. So I've been around more than a few. I've seen a lot of things, got a lot of my mind ain't lying, y'all, it's true. There's really nothing new under the sun. The only thing that's new is me and you and how we get it done. But in the midst of all this newness, we still live amiss. We diss, taking our cues on the same list. Betraying love with a kiss, unnecessary trips. Betraying them real for them counterfeits. Now for the life of me, I don't understand how we can talk and talk with no compassion for our fellow friends. Self-centered, self-living, self-absorbed. $1,000,000 homes, but no time for the poor. The message is lost. We put our faith in money, separated by class until we can't go on, see? It's like selling stuff that really should be free. Trying to live large instead of washing each other's feet. It's a trivial mindset that's got our brothers sad and looking at the clock and wondering how long can this madness last? Let the dead do what dead things do. I want to learn to live with you and do things the way we're supposed to. So what's it going to take before we finally realize we are all a part of each other's lives? And talking about change is real easy, but without the evidence of love, it's just a speech.
Someone finds me. This is not, oh, there it is. I'm going to read some excerpts from a piece by the spoken word artist, Andrea Gibson. Anybody know Andrea Gibson? Follow their stuff? So this is called Evolution, and I was going to read a really short piece. I'm going to read a couple of excerpts from this poem. And the reason I'm going to read a little more is because it stands in for my sharing and a reflection on what I've picked up from David and from Tricia over these past several years, because this really embodies some of the things that the messages I have taken and tried and struggled to embrace. It's called Evolution, and it disappears off the. Hang on, I can do this. I know your password now. We've gotten very close. Yes. When you sing and you harmonize with someone, you may even share passwords with them. So I'm not going to try to emulate Andrea Gibson's spoken word style, but she's a force. They are a force. And so it starts like this. It says, the world is hurting. The world is hurting more than it has ever before. And you want to know why? Because of the guy on the corner with a sign that says, God hates, fill in the blank, trans people. Because of the soccer mom waving her American flag, because of that frat boy driving his SUV, because of the brainwashed millions watching TV, because of the... Wait, what if the world is hurting because of me? What if the world is hurting because of us? See, things are really messed up, but we spend so much time pointing the fault over there, and not realizing that the vaults of change we could open up just by looking inside here. I could write books about the way I have sold my soul, filled whole libraries with just my crimes. So I'm not going to waste any more time playing judge and jury over everyone else when I've never found myself completely not guilty. In fact, compared to many, my hands are probably filthy. So we can make devils of each other. We can take that energy and make gods of ourselves. And I'd rather live my life on a mission of building a heaven than working demolition in hell. Build big the beauty, build big the love, and I swear the hate, the fear will one day disappear, and it all starts right here, because the holiest water ever poured on me was a water that reflected everything inside me that I didn't want to see. See, we can march 1,000 picket lines in the streets. We can tear up the concrete 1,000 times with our teeth, then plant the soil with 1,000 fertile seeds for the revolution that's marching deep inside our own private souls. That's the rain that will make the flowers grow. So before you point the blame, make a list of everything on the earth that you want to change. And at the top, print your own beautiful name and start from there. Build revolutions inside here, inside your own pounding hearts. And that alone could start the evolution of the entire human race. In a world of judgment, so much depends on the kindness of one friendly face. So build your compassion, build your grace. Your next big breath could become the next big bang, the single saving spark that lights the fire. There will be no higher power, any higher, than when you first save the sister, father, brother, Mother Earth that lives inside you. So build yourself as beautiful as you want your world to be. Wrap yourself in light, then give yourself away with your heart, your brush, your march, your art, your poetry, your clay, and for every day you paint the war, take a week and paint the beauty. The color, the shape of the landscape you're marching towards. Everybody knows what you're against. Show them what you're for. Then become the door that opens, that keeps the people hoping. And don't just point the way, become the path that leads them there with everything you do.
In a moment, I'm going to take another chance whenever I get a chance to make something beautiful happen with Sam. I'm like, yes, I will do it. Yes. Yeah, now I have to follow James Stewart and Andrea Gibson and Todd Schlossberg and everyone else. Oh. Yeah, at my ordination, my dear friend, Reverend Eric Resley, maybe I told some of y'all this at some point. He took me down at the end of his sermon down the aisle, and he invited everybody in the congregation to hum their note. And he kind of turned me around, and I can't remember if he told me to close my eyes, but I remember closing my eyes, and he said, "Do you hear all those voices? You know, that's the ministry, to hear them, and to help them grow and come together and blend and I've gotten to, I feel really, really privileged. I feel really so lucky that so much of my ministry, I feel here, has been to get to like be listening, like, wow, and wow. I mean, with the youth, it could not be more true. It's just like, wow. And, but to listen, I guess, with a heart that can, that's open to being wowed, so that folks can see, wow, you're wowing me. And yeah, you all, you wow me, like, again and again. And so what a privilege to get to have a heart open to that. Yeah, and like I said in my note, telling you all about taking this step, this has been really healing for me, because I meant it, Wendy. No, thank you to ministry was my feeling, and part of that is because it's not all listening and serving. You got to show up authentically too, because you got to be doing what brings you alive in the process. You got to be a self-generating human person, doing your jam. And I had increasingly tried to restrain my jam and myself in order to try and be in the minister position. And that had really hurt and burned me out. And so the first step of discovering that there was a way to do ministry where I could really be myself was coming here and saying, well, I told Maeve McBride, who was the one that invited me, some of you may know her, used to be an active member now out in Jericho. I said, I'll come, but the only way I'm going to come to do a sermon is if I get to tell the story of how I learned I didn't want to be a minister. She said, I think people are really interested in that. And of course, all the circles of it, because Reverend Trisha was here. Were you here for that? For that very service and message. And that cracked a door open, for me to be here and discover an authentic way, a more authentic way. And so that is, an equally big, huge thank you. Thank you for, when I said, can I be the director of youth and creative arts ministry, which is not a position that exists in any UU congregation anywhere. Yes, Reverend Trish, I get the mic again on Sunday, so I might get to say a little bit more about you then. But one of your gifts is to find a way to say yes, which is that ministry that Eric was talking about. And you found a way to say yes to me in a way that I got to have another try again. So, yeah, I get a little shiver right here saying that. That's cool. So, I've kept listening to myself too, and this place has not just given me a place to do ministry that's been deeply meaningful to me, but to kind of birth myself into my future as well. Keep listening, keep discovering, oh yeah, I got to follow this voice, my own voice, into a space that feels even more authentic for this point in my life. And how amazing to be able to say to you all and really, hey, I got to take this next step and feel like you're here, you got my back. Thanks for being here, and yeah, go get them. And that's really what I feel from you all. So anyway, in the spirit of go get them, Sam and I sometimes like to get together and improvise. We did it last year, particularly a lot more, but we've never just improvised something for people at the same time. So why not tonight? Beginnings, endings, and beginnings. So, yeah, that's what we'd like to do, is just share a little bit of something that comes from our hearts in this moment, inspired by this evening. Thank you all.
Zero, zero, bena bata, tueta ba, zero. Didi da, didi didi dip, didi budi da 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 di ba 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 bi ba ba. Tais-toi, tais-toi. Tais-toi. 주, 자, 지, 주, 자, 지, zum, za, 지, papa, zerando bata, te, zerando bata, papa, zerando bata, te, zerando, dis-moi, popé, oh, 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 mono, sono mono, mono. Sabada deep, tap, deep, top. Da, do, va, de, ta, toi.
Thanks. Thank you, Sam. It's yet another, how the heck am I supposed to follow that? One of the things that I was blessed with from Vespers was anything is okay in terms of song and poem. It was all embraced. And so when I was thinking of what kind of song I wanted to sing for particularly David and Tricia to say a goodbye, I just sort of let it float through my mind, and I couldn't think of any traditional folk song, although there's a lot of them. And this came to me from over 30 years ago, a singer-songwriter named Colleen Fulmer. And I won't go into a long description of who she is, but she writes beautiful music that has a lot of it has a real spiritual theme to it, but so broad. You know, there's not one God, not one spirit, just so many iterations of what spirit is. And this is her song of blessing. Bless you and send you to go on your way. Love will go with you to nourish your faith. As you have touched strangers and welcomed us in, so too you'll be blessed with family and friends as you wander in faraway lands. The whole of the earth will be blessed by you. In love you have made your home. The stars will dance as they call your name. Your heart always laughing with joy. Your heart always laughing with joy. We touch you, embrace you, anoint you with tears. Our love will go with you to melt every fear. As you have shared with us the sowing of seeds, so too all you've planted will bear fruit indeed, as your journey unfolds with your dreams. The whole of the earth will be blessed by you. In love you have made your home. The stars will dance as they call out your name. Your heart's always laughing with joy. Your heart's always laughing with joy. Your name in our heart, on our lips, in our minds, a treasure not measured by distance or time. For love is as wide and immense as the sea, and each grain of the sand gives us strength to believe that our friendship is now and forever. The whole of the earth will be blessed by you. In love
of you have made your home. The stars will dance as they call your name. Your heart's always laughing with joy. Your heart's always laughing with joy.
This has been a wonderful, wonderful evening. And David, there's just one thing I want to add to everything that's been said here. I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your journey home to your voice. That has been an inspiration. So I'm going to read a poem written by John O'Donohue. It's a poem called For a New Beginning. In out-of-the-way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you were ready to emerge. For a long time it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with this seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered, would you always live like this? Then the delight when your courage kindled, and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you.
It's good to be here. I'm Lance, and I get the privilege of playing for my son, Keats, tonight. We were at choir rehearsal a week ago, and James was asking us to vision cast as a choir how would we like to grow, and what we'd like to do in the years in the future. And one of our choir members said, well, I would like us to sing more songs from composers and songwriters of color. And every day I walk into choir rehearsal and I pass that banner that says we are radically welcome, anti-racist community, right? And that struck me as, oh, white supremacy can show up in many ways, can it? Even the music we choose. So that's happening. And then David texts me and says, hey, any chance you and Keats might want to join us for Vespers? And I said, David, thank you for, of course, thinking to include youth and asking us. And I said, okay, yeah, great. Let me check with Keats. I went to Keats. I said, hey, Keats, David asked me, "You want to sing at Vespers? You want to sing? I've got some songs, that I can pull out and dust off." And Keith's like, "No, Papa, those are your songs, John Mellencamp, U2, whatever." And so Keats chooses Joy Oladokun. He says, "Let's learn this song." And Joy proudly identifies as a queer woman of color. And this is a song Joy has given to us. It's a song of resiliency. It's a song of hope. And Keith, your dad's just so proud I get to play this while you sing it tonight. Thanks, buddy. Let me raise this up a little bit more. Check, check. All right.
Sometimes your life feels like a broken roller coaster, 1,000 useless moving parts. Sometimes you spend your nights too scared of getting closer, hiding out in the backseat of your car. You tell yourself it's raining, the clouds are in your head. You tell yourself it's better to jump before you fall again, before you lose it all again. Look up, do you see the sunlight? Look up, there's flowers in your hair. Hold on, 'cause somebody loves you. You know trouble's always gonna be there. Don't let it bring it to your knees. Look up. Mondays aren't always bright. Some days you lose the fight. Life can be beautiful if you let it be. Tomorrow keeps taunting you with all kinds of mystery. It's a blank page for your poetry if you let it be. So don't tell yourself it's raining, the clouds are in your head. You tell yourself it's better to jump before you fall again, before you lose it all again. Look up, do you see the sunlight? Look up, there's flowers in your hair. Hold on, 'cause somebody loves you. You know trouble's always gonna be there. Don't let it bring it to your knees. Look up. Look up. Hold on. Look up. Sometimes your life feels like a broken roller coaster, 1,000 useless moving parts. Look up, do you see the sunlight? Look up, there's flowers in your hair. Hold on, 'cause somebody loves you. You know trouble's always gonna be there. Don't let it bring it to your knees. Look up. Trouble's always gonna be there. Look up. Don't let it bring it to your knees. Look up.
Impromptu benediction here. It's a call and response. I'm going to say a word, and you're going to say the same word. I'll do it a few times, and you can turn and maybe take in the various people here while you say it. It's all going to come clear to you in just a second. All right, ready? So here it goes. Wow. 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 Let's extinguish our flame. We extinguish this flame.